What's going on, guys? Braden from Deckmates Gaming, bringing you another deck profile. Today we're going to talk about Liam and Kyte, which I think is one of the better competitive decks. So let's get right into it. So here's the main dudes. You know, you got Liam and Kyte. I just think that the combo between running white or light with green is just very good. You get to run the best of both, in my opinion. So yeah, if you don't know what Liam does, it's whenever a tower is destroyed, you can search whenever one of your opponent's towers is destroyed by you, you can search your deck for a gear and add to hand. And then also he has a once per turn effect where you can discard a gear and then target unit gains plus 500. So that's also really good. It's only once per turn, so you can't just like spam it, but you know. And then Kyte, he's just good for, you know, once during your turn you can discard a card and bounce an air unit you control, and then switch one of your shards to active, and then his soul burst is just bounce anything 3 or less. So he has a lot of versatility, very good. We're going to the green cards that I run first. Kind of the obvious one would be Skyship Engineer. It's probably one of the better 1-drops in the game. It has an exhaust ability where you can return it to its owner's hand, and then if you do, airship units cost 1 less to play, but that doesn't really matter. You just really want it for the bounce effect for itself. So yeah, very good. You want the 1-drops for this deck because it's definitely very aggro. And then we have 3. Sandsea Traveler. It's just really easy 2-drop for 15, and when it attacks you can switch one of your shards to active. So it's a little slow, so I mean, I don't know. If they come out with another good 1-drop, maybe it'll get replaced for green. And then we run 2 Greyhawk. I just think it's a really good card. It basically just has an arrive skill. If there's a destroyed air tower, you can exhaust a target unit and then return another target unit to the owner's hand. So really good for board disruption. Next we're going to the light units. So we do run the 1 Iskandar. I still think he's a very good card. If you see it, you just keep it in your hand because you're going to be dumping gears like crazy. So it's still really good to run because you can just get the it has Destroyer, so if you have the quickness gear in your drop, you can just use that on them and you can potentially either take down 2 towers or win the game. So we run 3 Yuki. It's too good not to, I guess. If you're running light, you might as well have it because it's a free 3-drop once your towers get destroyed if it's in your hand. So 2 Mel, just for the draw power. The deck does lack a little bit of draw power, so having the ability to just play this down, and if you have 3, which is really easy to do, you have to have 3 gears in your discard, and then you can draw 2 cards. Very good. So I still run it at 2. I think it's good at 2. You don't really need more. This card is cuttable, but it's just a 2-drop 15 Guardian. So right now I'm still running it, but probably once Generations comes out, I might cut these for 2 Shard Beasts, and then I'll cut another card, which I'll talk about in a little bit here, because I think Shard Beast is really good in this deck. 3 Corum Squire. It's the 1-drop for light. Very good. It has a ruined effect where you can add 1 gear to your discard. 1 or less. Cost 1 or less. But yeah, it's still really good for getting more gears in your drop. We do run 3 Hikari. I still think this card is really good. It gives you 1 1000 Guardian, or if you have 2 or less towers, you get 2. So that in and of itself is really good value for 2 shards, or 2 mana, whatever. And then we run 3 of Holy Slash. Now this is maybe cuttable down to 2. Once we have Shard Beast, I'll probably take one of these out, and then I'll run 2. Literally, Generations comes out tomorrow. I mean, we're going to be posting this today probably, but. And then for spells, we run the best spell in the game, or the augment, it's Corum War Room. Your gears cost 1 less to play is its first ability, which is absolutely ridiculous for 2 mana. And then it also has an exhaust ability where you can sacrifice this card and equip a target gear from your discard zone to a target unit you control. So if somebody's trying to target something, you can like exhaust this, sacrifice it, give your thing the untargetable gear, and then they can't do anything and it just fizzles. So like it has so many different uses, it's crazy. We do run 2 Shard Lance. It's the one that gives 1,000 and then you can sacrifice it to deal 15. It's good removal. That's basically all it is. And you know, the 1,000 actually does count once in a while. We run 3 of the other one, the Shard Sword, just because I think it's better. It gives it 1,000, but then you also has sacrifice it, and then this turn the equip unit cannot be targeted by spells or abilities, and then you draw a card. So it's just really, really good not to run it at 3. 2, standard Shard Sword. It's the target attack one, and it gives +5. So really good for if you want to get rid of like some guardians that they're just keeping on their board. 3 of the quickness one. That's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, this deck is very aggro, so you want to just go in as hard as possible, and this helps you do that by giving things quickness. And most of the time, you're going to be playing it for free. So, yep. Standard Shard Shield. It's the Guardian one. Gives it Guardian, and then when you use Guardian, the unit gets +1,000. I mean, very, very good for stalling out or helping you survive. And then the last card is Shard Cloak. This is the one that cannot be targeted by spells. So if somebody's trying to target you down with spells, you can use the War Room on one of your things. You know, if this is in your discard, you tap this, sacrifice it, put this on something, you can't be targeted anymore, and then their card fizzles. So there's a lot of different synergies with War Room. You have to run it at 3. But yeah, other than that, the deck performs really well. I think it's a decent deck to run against control, because you want to kill them before they get their stuff going. So keep that in mind, you know, for the people that are going to Indy this weekend. Good luck. And like, just bring your A game, bring your best deck that you can. I think this one definitely has potential. I know that most people are saying that Argent Kyte is the best deck, but you know, if you have like a meta, I think the meta right now probably is situated around Argent Kyte, Liam Kyte, and maybe even like Dragonholt Sola. You know, there's like, those are probably like the 3 main contenders for the decks that are going to be in Top Cut. So just keep that in mind, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile, and we'll see you next time.